Hello, my friend. Last week, 5 days ago, we were looking at the hive that has been a package of bees, and I think they're on, what, week 10 now, I think? And so we're in there a little bit early this week, but because I saw a swarm cell 5 days ago. I don't want them to swarm, so I'm getting in there 5 days later, and we're going to look for swarm cells again and make sure our queen's not up in our honey supers. Let's get started. So let's see if the queen's up here. We just don't want them to swarm. No small hive beetle there. All right, so what we're going to do is check for queen presence up here, and then we'll check for swarm presence down below real quick. Let's see, this shouldn't take us long at all. Don't see any signs of a queen over here or any brood. And we'll keep scooting across. Okay. Ooh, a lot of honey here. There's no way a queen is ever going to be up there because she can't lay eggs in a pool of honey. Ooh, there's 2 beetles I got to get. A beetle in that cell, and there's one right there. For every beetle that you kill, you could be eliminating hundreds of beetles to come in the future. So kill beetles, trap them or smash them. Most people say it's a little more rewarding to smash them. Some of you that live where there's no small hive beetle, you're very fortunate because they can be quite a pest. Oh yeah, nicely packed with nectar. Hasn't been on that long and that looks good. We're going to keep scooting across real quick. That says June 27th. I should have put the year on there. Was that this year? That was a few days ago. Let me see if it was this year. I don't know. I think that was last year. Might have been this year. Nectar, nectar, no queen. No queen in the super. I don't use queen excluders. Oh, by the way, look at this. See the white wax up here? That means the bees are really producing a lot of wax right now. It's even on the wood. You see that? So I'm glad we could probably put another super on and they would draw it out because they don't have any place to put that extra wax that they're making. Did I already look at this one? I don't think so. All right. All beautiful nectar. No sign of brood at the bottom. Not even drone brood. Sometimes they'll put drone brood at the bottom. Yep. In one of the hives that we made a video of, we actually put 9 frames instead of 10. Have you heard of that? Yeah, been doing that forever. It's not anything new. Sometimes people will say, David, have you ever heard of putting 9 frames in instead of 10? Yeah, we've done that for decades upon decades. And the idea is that you can get more honey because they draw it out further. Okay, I see something suspicious. Look at this right here. I see larvae. A little bit of larvae right there. And it's going to be drone larvae. It's wider cells. So the queen has been up here. That's interesting. Now we got to kind of look harder, make sure she's not walking around somewhere. She just came up here and deposited some unfertilized eggs, and they're going to turn out to be drones. All right, let's take a look at this frame, see if the queen's over here. Now, what would I do if I found the queen up here? I would pick her up by her wings, and then I would take her and put her on the bottom board and let her walk in. Look at all these bees that are working. They're probably depositing nectar in these cells. Look at that. You see that? All of them are. 3 right here. They're not sleeping. They're working. Isn't that amazing? All got their little cells they're working on. Busy, busy bees. If they were slurping up nectar, their abdomen would be pulsating much larger than it is. I'll just check for the queen real quick. I don't see anything. This is a lot of fun. I hope your day is going as good as mine. I'm not any happier, I don't think, than when I'm in a hive. Isn't that crazy? If you don't want to get in a hive too often, then you need more hives. So you can get in one hive every day for a whole month. That means you need about 30 hives. You can get in one hive a month and only be in there. You can be in there once a day and inspect 30 hives in 1 month. Oh, small hive beetle detected over here. About to drown in some honey. Small hive beetle are usually dark in color. I don't mind destroying that comb. It's better to kill a small hive beetle because they can wreak havoc, but they can repair that comb easily. Alrighty. No brood, no queen. We're going to take this off in just a second and then look for swarm cells. And I'd like to see the presence of my blue queen. I have a blue dot on her, and that blue dot is kind of wearing off to a shape of the letter U. So I'm hoping I can find her in there and those swarm cells. Might pick up some more small hive beetles on the edge of the box like this. Don't see any. No brood, no queen up here. Looks good. Yep. Let's look at that last frame for beetles. That's where beetles sometimes hide out all the way over here. Starting to cap off some of that in the middle. Don't see any beetles. Nope, nope, nope. Looks good. All right. Let's get this super off. Go down into the brood area. See if we can see some swarm cells. Now, a lot of you seem to panic if I don't look at the bottom deep. And I've made several videos where I go back into the bottom deep after you say, well, what about the bottom deep? Well, somehow I just kind of know what's down there. I'm not perfect, and you're right. There could be stuff going on down there. But normally this time of the year, most of the activity is going to be up in that top deep. So I'm not going down to the bottom deep today. Because I feel like I know what they're doing. Last time we saw a swarm cell up here. We always see some emergency queen cups up here. So we'll just get going here. And you can see the speed at which I'm working bees. If you're new to beekeeping, pull the frame up kind of slowly like this. Don't jerk it up out of there. I'm not wearing any gloves, so I'm wanting to go barehanded, and I want to work efficiently, but I don't want to get stung a bunch either. All right, not bad. Starting to be drawn out. Get that out of the way for a second. All right, get this frame out. They're starting to pull out wax on this one. This is about a 9 to 10 weeks since we installed it as a package. I'm standing in their way. Patrick is standing in their way. Foragers are getting confused where they're supposed to go. Looks good. Starting to work it. And sometimes I put my hive tool wherever bees are not. So if bees are right there, I'll just come back a little bit. Okay. Yeah, let's look for our queen. I see that queen cup in the middle like a supersedure, but it's empty. I can see down into it. There's nothing there. Sometimes you can see those queen cups like that. They're there in case they need them. That frame side looks good. This one's just starting to get drawn out. All right. Smoke it. Time to smoke again. By instinct, I know how often I should smoke. It's about every couple of frames for me, probably, just to be on the safe side. All right, let's see what we got here. This is the one that had the swarm cells, I think. Ooh, not seeing any eggs initially. I don't like that. So, okay, on this side, let me just study it for a minute. Okay. Okay. I do see eggs on this side, so that's good. All right. Now, I have the swarm cells down here, and I'm looking inside of each one. I'll let you see in a minute what I'm looking at. See if Patrick can at all get that focused in. I'll hold it this way. But all three of those are empty, not charged, we call it. So that puts my mind a little bit of an ease. If I tore those down, they would put them back up in 1 hour, just like that. That's how fast they can reshape that again. Nothing in that one there. I wish I could. I like black foundation. I can see eggs better. I'm going to change my mind. I don't think there's eggs on that side. Nothing there. No eggs. All right, let's look for the queen carefully. So I might really want to find my blue queen. So we might have to go to the bottom deep, because we need to stay ahead of what's going on here. Okay. What we're trying to do, we're not doing a mite test today. We're not looking for beetles. We're not really trying to do anything other than keeping this hive queen right. That's what we're doing. Okay. Honey nectar brood at the bottom. No sign of a queen there. No sign of any swarm cells. Some of you might not be familiar, but this is a drone area where some drone cells are. That's a big drone cell. That's not a queen cell. That's horizontal, not vertical. Let's take a gander at the other side here. All right. First thing I'm doing is looking inside of those cells. Nothing there, nothing there. We keep seeing those three. I keep tearing them open. They close them. Brood has been, it looks spotty, but they filled it back in with eggs or larvae now. So they're filling in those spots that where bees are emerging. Youngest day larvae. I'm not seeing any eggs. And my youngest larvae, right on this frame anyway, is okay, about 4 to 5 days ago. No queen activity in 4 or 5 days on that frame. That means she might have moved down to the bottom deep. We're still in the top deep. And today it's warm and we're having trouble keeping our cameras running again, filming in 4K. We're doing our best. Patrick's doing a great job, working hard for you guys. Let me look for eggs. Nope. Okay, so this frame is cap brood, no eggs around the outer ring of the brood pupae. A lot of good pupae on this side. No queen. Let's pick up the pace of the inspection a little bit so that we can find out what's going on, because I think we're going to have to go to the bottom deep, which I said I wasn't going to do. Looks like we're going to. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It's free. And by subscribing, you learn things. Like what in the world's going on in that mess of bees there? And if you subscribe, I'll make videos in the future that will help you guys, like this video. So please subscribe. We've just reached 173,000 subscribers. This is a good place to look for eggs. So I'm looking hard down into the what we call the back of the cell. Some people call it the bottom, but it's the back, since it hangs horizontally. Looking at the age. Okay, there's a 3-day-old larvae. So I just look at the larvae and I know well enough what the age is. And I'll leave a graphic right here. You can kind of maybe look down in here and kind of see different age of larvae. But once you understand what you're looking at, you can kind of diagnose bees, the brood health based on the age of the larvae. But this graphic here will help you a lot too. Okay, that's just some stray comb being built on the bottom there. I didn't wax this one good, and they just kind of went crazy. We're going to leave it now. All right, let's look at this one and that one. See what we can see here. Getting a little bit of action on the building out over there and building out over here. Nothing much to see. The final frame. Okay. All nectar. Still could be a queen walking around, so we need to put eyes on that frame all the way. No queen, drawing it out. All right. So let's take our other frame that's kind of drawn out and put it between here. All right. That makes us back up to 10 again. Bees are happy to be home. We're going to smoke it, drop it off, put it on top of that super over there. And then we can drop into the bottom deep, see what's going on down there. All right, so I'm going to open her up. Work my hive tool between the two boxes. That hive tool is sharp enough, it can actually dig into one of the boxes instead of going between them. You got to be careful. All right, got it. Break the propolis seal. It's going to be heavy. Yeah, my temperature thing's blinking again. What should we do? Keep going?
Keep going.
Okay. All right, so to speed things up, I think I'm going to pull out this frame right here. It doesn't have any kind of weird things punching out on the comb, so we won't hurt any bees by lifting this up. Normally I start by the wall, but jump into the heart of the matter. Some of my red wax that I put on there. No eggs, no larvae, no sign of a queen there. No swarm cells, no eggs either, just older pupae. Let's leave that out since we're gonna really do a little searching here. So what would you do if you looked through this deep and you didn't see your queen at all? Your queen showed up missing and you don't have any charged cells. Well, the best thing to do would be to go ahead and give them a mated queen. All right, let me look for eggs. Well, I'm looking, and let me just check, see if I see eggs. Okay, 3-day-old larvae. I don't see eggs. It's still about 3 days ago. Ooh, there's our queen. Okay, feeling better now. See how that kind of got a little blue dot on her that's fading and makes it look like a U. All right, she's in there. I'm going to check for eggs on this frame. I just don't see. Okay, yeah, I got eggs now. Shoo. So she is laying eggs. It was hard to see them. This black frame really helps a lot. All right, so we're done inspecting. We don't really feel any need to go on. We don't see swarm cells anymore. She's laying eggs. She's in the middle. I'm going to watch her since I know where she's at. Well, she's laying an egg now. Look at that, back down there laying. So we know she's a good laying queen. Okay. And we're just going to drop her back against this frame. Let me show you why I did that. So she was on this side facing me. So when I push this frame together with this frame, it doesn't injure her. If she was on that side and I drop another frame here back where it goes, I could actually be too tight of a space and it could roll her, you see. So that's why I put her in that seam to give me enough space here to put a frame right there. And the reason I can get away with this, you got to really check to make sure you can get away with it. Because when I look down in there, I don't see that any of this is drawn out too wide, nor is this one drawn out too wide. It's real narrow, so it will fit in there nicely without injuring bees. 7 p.m. Thursday night, July 17th, 2025, I'm going to be making my 1,000th video, and we're going to be giving away $1,000 worth of bee stuff. And we're hoping to have 1,000 viewers on the live stream at one time, okay? So that means I need your help. You need to kind of call up your buddies and your friends and say, let's get on that live stream. Let's help David reach 1,000 viewers. 7 o'clock Thursday night, July 17th at 7 p.m. Central Time, okay? Really like for you to be there. It's going to be fun. This is a milestone for me personally as a beekeeper on YouTube for that many years, 17 years now. And so I'm happy to share that moment, giving back to the community and also just enjoying you supporting me and celebrating this milestone. So do your part. My sister said she's inviting all of her friends over and relatives over to their house, and she's going to have everybody bring their cell phone, and she's going to make them log in on their cell phone to my live stream. That's a great idea. You know, you might have 10, 20 people at your house for supper, for refreshments. Make them log in individually from their own cell phone and their own, YouTube accounts or Google, and have them join the live stream. That's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not sure where to find the links and everything for the live stream, it's going to start at 7 p.m. Thursday night. It's not ready yet. If you click on it now, you'll have to wait. But here's the link right here. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time.